These are the Faroe Islands. They were long part of the Danish kingdom and now exist as an autonomous region of Denmark, home to about 50,000 people. During World War II, while Britain was fighting to ward off the persistent advances of Nazi Germany throughout Europe, they ended up occupying these islands. So with the war largely concentrated in mainland Europe, why was Britain all the way up here? Early on in World War II, the Scandinavian countries had remained neutral, despite the war occupying essentially the rest of continental Europe. Then, on April 9th, this changed. On that day, Nazi Germany moved north, invading and occupying both Denmark and Norway, seemingly with the goal of fully separating Britain from mainland Europe. Suddenly, this tiny string of islands became a point of extreme strategic value. If Germany was moving into Scandinavia, they could soon surround Britain from three sides. This tense moment led Churchill to pursue the occupation known as Operation Valentine. On April 11th, only 2 days after Hitler moved into Denmark and Norway, Churchill declared, and this is important, that Britain at that moment was already occupying the Faroes. A Royal Air Force plane was indeed seen over the capital city of Tórshavn that day, but the country was not occupied. It wasn't until the next day, on April 12th, when Royal Navy destroyers arrived in the harbor and when Britain and the Faroes came to a formal agreement for the occupation. Thus, in a sense, Churchill was bluffing here, telling the world that he already occupied the territory in order to dissuade Hitler from even trying to move in. In the end, the Faroes never became a battleground for World War II, but their unique story continued. After the war in 1946, the islands ruled in favor of independence from Denmark, and although this was not recognized, they did receive significant autonomy in 1948. As a result, today, they have their own parliamentary government while still benefiting from the institutions and welfare state of Denmark. The legacy of Britain's occupation is mostly unseen, but the airport built by Britain to fly in Royal Air Force jets was converted into the island's first and only commercial airport. It's still in use today. Beyond that, one can only wonder what would have happened had Britain not occupied the Faroes, or had Hitler called Churchill's bluff. Thanks for listening.